I make a lot of videos focusing on small details in video games, and this video is not going to be any different. I guess I'm just fascinated by overlooked and obscure things, and I find that in spades in the background details of video game levels. Recently, I've been playing Batro, which is a poker-like roguelite, or perhaps a poker-light roguelike. Anyways, to upgrade the scores of played poker hands, you use these planet-themed cards. You've got Saturn for upgrading straights, Jupiter for flushes, Earth for a full house, and even Pluto for the lowly high card. However, in the game you can also create impossible poker hands, such as 5 of a kind or a flush house, and these need to be upgraded too. So they use dwarf planets such as Ceres and Eris, along with the hypothetical Planet X to theme the cards. Personally, I've always liked the dwarf planets, perhaps because they are both understudied and underappreciated. There is an air of mystery about them, making them the perfect complements to the secret poker hands you discover in the game. The devs could have just made up planets for the cards, or not had any at all for the extra poker hands that only exist in the game. But adding these extra worlds to the cards adds a little bit of flavor to the game. Honestly, this is just a long-winded way of saying that I've been playing Batro instead of making YouTube videos. I've probably already made too many videos about the tiny details I find in Half-Life 2, but a quick recap couldn't hurt. So here's a few little details I've enjoyed discovering in the game. Leaving your car unattended along Highway 17 will attract seagulls to it. Dr. Kleiner feeds watermelons to his pet head crab, and these watermelons can be found throughout the game. You can find the missing piece of the playground's tic-tac-toe game in an apartment nearby. This one's from Half-Life Alyx, but I do love how the number of vodka bottles you bring out of a certain level changes the dialogue that you get. One thing I love about Half-Life 2 is all the junk and clutter that fills the levels. Combined with the at the time state-of-the-art physics, these objects really bring the game to life. I've made a bunch of videos about all the objects in the game, so you should go watch those next. So many other games make the horrible mistake of not letting you pick up and move around random stuff in the level. It's always annoying when I'm playing a game that chooses to have static scenery. I want to pick up every item on that table and chuck it out the window. But too many game studios are too cowardly to let me do that. Enter the Gungeon does a great job of making all the background set dressing interactable. Early levels are filled with bookshelves, globes, royal feasts, and crates, all of which violently explode when you shoot them or dodge roll through them. Tables can be flipped for cover or power slided over for mobility, making each encounter with them a strategic decision. What I like about small details in video games is that each of them represents a choice the developers made. It shows how they carefully craft their games, from the largest set pieces to the most minor tidbits of lore. Each detail makes the world of the game worth exploring. However, I feel like with the rise of asset packs and AI, these little details are often becoming afterthoughts. Instead of every object in the world being modeled and placed by the development team specifically for the game, they are now downloaded en masse. And of course, eventually, so much of a video game will be generated by AI that it will be hard to tell what was intentional and what is just an AI hallucination. So enjoy games made by actual people while they last. Anyways, that's all for now, folks. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video.